Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype online. Each one of you is welcome to this Monday morning's live streaming. Technique 2 to transcend beyond dreams. I have spoken to you of one technique which was used by Shankar, Buddha, Mahavir. I have heard. A person had gone to the market to do the shopping for the festive occasion. Children alone were playing at home. When he returns, the house he found was on fire. He called the children to come out. The house is on fire. Children would not hear. They remained engaged in playing. The man thought what to do. He called the children loudly. Children, come out and look at the toys that I have bought for you. Toys, gifts and sweets, clothes, all these things I bought for you. The children rushed out of the room immediately. Thus he saved the children from perishing in the fire. It may be true that he bought the toys. It may not be true. That is not the point. He used this as a device to save the children from perishing. The masters, the enlightened one, use similar devices by calling this world Maya or illusion to save you from perishing. This is the technique that was used by Buddha, Mahavir, Shankar. It is not a question of whether what you see in the world is illusion or not. We cannot argue about it. There is no need about it. Use it as a technique. If you continue to argue like a philosopher, that I am seeing this as a reality and you are calling this as illusion, this was the technique used by Buddha. The other technique is a Sufi technique. It comes out of Islam. This was used by Gurdjieff. Gurdjieff worked on this technique very deeply. In 11 kalmats that was given by the Sufi master, known as 11 kalmat, it says Yad Kard and Hosh Dardam, continuous remembrance. You are walking, you are engaged in this activity or that. Let there be a constant remembrance, Yad Kard. What is Yad Kard? I am. Whatsoever you are doing, you are drinking water, eating food, remember I am. Go on eating and remembering I am, I am. Do not forget this even for a moment. It is difficult because You already think that you are. So what is the need to remember this? You never remember this, but it is very easy and a potential technique that was used by Gurdjieff. When you are walking on the road, remember I am walking. Remember I am. Let the walking be there, you go on walking, but constantly remain fixed in the self-remembering of I am. I am. Do not forget this. You are listening to me. Just do it here. You are listening to me. Do not get so much involved, identified with the listening. Whatsoever I am saying, you are listening to it, but keep on remembering I am. Listening is there, words are there, someone is talking, you are, I am. Let this I am be the constant factor of awareness within you. Yad kard. This is hosh dardam, also comes with it. We are sleepwalkers. We go on doing things unknowingly. And you do not know why you said this, why you did this, because there is never ever a hosh awareness. It is very difficult. You cannot remember continuously even for 1 minute. Try it. Put a watch before your eyes, the watch that has a second's hand. Keep on looking at it. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Go on looking at it. Do 2 things. Look at the movement of the second's hand, which is constantly moving, and go on remembering I am. Within 5 to 6 seconds, you will find that you have forgotten that you have to remember I am. Suddenly you will remember that many seconds have passed and I have not remembered I am. Even to remember I am for 1 complete minute is a miracle. I have told this technique in many different ways to different people. But here we are talking about in relation to how to transcend dreams. Keep this watch in front of your eyes. Keep on looking at the movement of the second's hand and at the same time remembering I am. If you can continue to remember this for 1 whole minute, it's a miracle. And if you can remember for 1 minute, this technique is for you. Then do it. Through it, you will be capable of going beyond the dreams and of knowing that dreams are dreams even while you are dreaming. How does this work? If whole day you can remember I am, then this will penetrate your sleep. And when you will be dreaming, continuously this awakening, this thought yad kard or hoshdam will remain in your consciousness. You will continuously remember I am. If you can remember I am in dreams, suddenly dream will just become a dream. Then dream cannot deceive you. Then dream cannot be felt as a reality as such. You are like a little child who continues dream to be a reality. And they go on interpreting the dreams. This is a mechanism. the dream is felt as a reality. Because you are missing the very aspect of self-remembering. You are missing I am. You are missing yad kard. You are missing hosh dartam. If there is no remembering of oneself, then dream will become a reality. If there is remembering of oneself, yad kard and hosh dartam is there, then reality, the so-called reality that you call dream, will become just a dream. There is a difference between dreaming and reality. For a meditative mind, or for the science of meditation, this is the only difference. If you are, then the whole reality is just a dream. If you are not, then dreaming becomes a reality. One of the Indian mystics, Nagarjuna, says, when I am, the world is not. While I am not, the world was. Kabir says, Jab main tha, tab hari nahi. When I was, God was not. Jab hari main nahi. When God is, I am not. Only one can exist. The love lane is very narrow, two cannot exist. Prem gali ati sakarita mein dui na samaye. The love lane is very narrow, two cannot exist. Either you or God. Either you or the world. That does not mean that world has disappeared. When Nagarjuna says, when I am, the world is not. When I am not, the world is. This does not mean the world has disappeared. Nagarjuna is not talking about the world that you are seeing around you. He is talking about the world of dreaming, the psychological world that you live in. Either you can be or the dreams can be, both cannot exist. So when you say I am, this remembrance deepens in you, the hosh dardam, the yad kard, then the dreams cannot exist. So the first step will be to continuously remembering I am, continuously, simply I am. You need not say anything. Ram, Shyam, Krishna, Allah, Prophet, nothing you need to say. I am. Do not use any name because you are not that. Simply I am. Simply I am. Try this in any activity and then feel it. The more real you become inside, the more unreal becomes the surrounding world around you. The reality becomes I, and the world becomes unreal. The world is real, or the I is real, but both cannot be real. You are feeling that you are just a dream now. Then the world is real. Change the emphasis, change the gestalt, become real. The world will become unreal. Gurdjieff was working on this method continuously. He used this on his chief disciple, Ouspensky. He relates that when Gurdjieff was working on him with this method and was practicing for 3 months continuously, this remembering of I am, after 3 months, everything is stopped. Thoughts, dreaming, everything is stopped. Only one note remains inside, like the eternal music, I am, I am. But then this was not an effort. It was happening spontaneously within him. This was a spontaneous activity going on, I am. Then Gurdjieff called Ouspensky out of the house. For 3 months he had been kept in the house, was not allowed to move out at all. He remained in a solitude. Then Gurdjieff called him to come with me. They were both residing in a small Russian town, Tiflis. Gurdjieff called him out and they both went on the street. Ouspensky writes in his diary, "For the first time I could understand when Jesus meant, I could understand what Jesus meant when he says man is asleep. We are sleepwalkers. The whole city looked to me as if it was asleep. People were moving in their sleeps. Shopkeepers were selling in their sleep. Customers were buying in their sleep. The whole city was asleep. I looked at Gurdjieff. Only he was awake. The whole city was asleep. They were very angry. They were fighting. They were loving, buying, selling, doing everything. I see this happening every day. We have decided that we will be going this way. But the driver does not remember even the thing that was said a minute before. I had to be awake to remember, to remind him that we have to go this way, not that way. And these things we consider as normal. Ouspensky says, now he could see their faces, their eyes. They were drowsy, asleep. They were not there. The inner center was missing. It was not there. Ouspensky said to Gurdjieff, I do not want to go there anymore. What has happened to the city? Everyone seems asleep, dressed. You may be dressed very beautifully, elegantly, but to me, you are asleep. Gurdjieff said, nothing has happened to the city. The city is as it is. Something has certainly happened to you. You have been undressed. You have been undressed. The city is the same. It is the same place where you used to move 3 months ago. But you could not see that the other people were asleep because you were also asleep. Now you can see because a certain quality of awareness has come to you. What is the point of these 11 kalmat? Is it just to decorate on your wall, or allow it to be part of your remembrance, a constant remembrance? Even if you allow one to become part of your life, you need not do anything else. When 11 kalmats were put, it has been given with entire humanity in mind. To someone Yad Kard may be useful, to the other Hosh Dardam will be useful, to someone Khilbaddar Anjuman will be useful, to someone some other technique may be useful, but practice one. So Gurdjieff said that you were asleep like anybody else 3 months ago. Now a certain kind of awareness has come to you. With 3 months of practicing I am, remaining in solitude, Khilwat dar anjuman, hosh dar dam, nazar bar kadam, and yad kard. All these were going on simultaneously because he is not meeting anyone. Khilwat dar anjuman, yad kard, because he is constantly remembering I am. Hosh dardam, he has to remember, be mindful that he has to remember this. Not that 1 second you remember, next second you have forgotten that. So these are all interrelated, there is no difference between them. With 3 months of practicing I am continuously, you have become aware in a very small measure. You have become aware. A part of your consciousness has gone beyond dreaming. A part of your consciousness. That is why you can see that everyone is asleep, dead, moving, drudged, as if everyone is hypnotized. Ouspensky says, I could not bear that phenomena, everyone asleep. Whatsoever they are doing, they are not responsible for it. You are responsible for it only if you are doing consciously. They are not. How can they be responsible? He came back and he asked Gurdjieff, what is this? Am I deceived somehow? Have you done something to me that the whole city seems asleep? I cannot believe my own eyes. But this will happen to everyone. If you remember yourself, then you will know that no one is remembering himself. And in this way, each goes on moving. The whole world is asleep, but start while you are awake. The moment you remember, start, I am. I do not mean that you have to repeat this word I am. Just start feeling. Taking a bath, feel I am. Let there be a touch of the cold shower and let yourself be behind it. Feeling it and remembering I am. Remember, I am not saying that you say it verbally. You do not have to remember I am. You can repeat it, but that repetition will not give you awareness. So when you do zikr jihar, it does not help. But this is the beginning because you are a child. As the zikr deepens, zikr zihar becomes zikr khafi. A constant remembrance remains that zikr is going on, but there is no labial sound. Whether it is Islam or a Hindu way, this remembrance, a loud and silent, are there. Hindus have gone one way beyond. Remembrance with the labial sound, remembrance, and beyond that. You can repeat it, but the repetition will not give you awareness. Repetition will keep you more asleep. There are many people who go on repeating it. They go on repeating the word, whatever appeals to them, Ram, 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 or anything else. This becomes a drug. In this century, The concept of transcendental meditation given by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is nothing else but a process of self-hypnotism. Mother is putting the child to sleep. She sings a lullaby. So this repeating becomes a lullaby. La 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 la. Doesn't matter what word you use, meaningless or meaningful. And this appealed to the Western mind so much, as if he was giving a mantra to people to repeat. And in the West, sleep has become one of the greatest problems. Sleep is totally disturbed. Natural sleep is disturbed. Only through tranquilizers and drugs one can fall asleep. Otherwise, sleep is impossible. That is the reason Maharishi's appeal is there much more. It is because if you constantly repeat something, that repetition gives you a deep sleep, that is all. It hypnotizes you, puts you asleep. It is like a lullaby. The so-called transcendental meditation is nothing but a psychological tranquilizer. I do not want to give you the word so that it becomes a psychological tranquilizer. It is nothing, just a tranquilizer. It helps you to go into good sleep, but not for meditation. If you can sleep well, a more calm sleep will be there. It is good, but it is not meditation at all. If you repeat a word constantly, it creates a certain boredom in you, and the boredom puts you to sleep. So anything monotonous, repetitive, can help the sleep. The child in mother's womb sleeps for 9 months continuously. And the reason for this, you may not know. The reason is only the sound tick-tock, 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 the heartbeat of the mother. Continuously there is this heartbeat. It is one of the most monotonous things in the world. With the same beat continuously repeating, the child is drugged and he goes on sleeping. That is why whenever child is crying, screaming, creating problems, the mother puts his head near her heart, and suddenly he feels good and goes into sleep. Again, it is due to the heartbeat. He becomes again a part of the womb. That is why even if you are not a child and your wife, your beloved, puts your head on her heart and you begin to feel sleepy. That monotonous beat. Psychologists suggest that if you cannot sleep, then concentrate on clock. Its beat, tick-tock. Just concentrate on the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. It repeats the heartbeat and you can fall asleep. Anything repetitive will help you. So this I am, the remembering I am, is not a verbal mantra or zikr. But your Islam says you must do the zikr. So go ahead and do it. Don't listen to me. I have analyzed the human psychology. I am here for transformation of human consciousness, not to give you religion, Islam, Hinduism, Christianity, or any other. Transformation of human consciousness is going beyond the religion and religious dogmas. It is not going to be repeated verbally. Feel it. Be sensitive to your being. When you touch someone's hand, do not only touch his hand, Feel the touch as well. Feel yourself also. That you are here to touch. Present totally. While eating, do not eat. Food has a gross value and it has a subtle value. Feel yourself eating as well. This feeling, this sensitivity must penetrate deeper and deeper into your mind. One day suddenly you are awake at your center, functioning for the first time, and then the whole world becomes a dream. Then you can know that you are dreaming. Whatever you are dreaming is a dream. Then you know that your dreaming is dreaming, and dreams stop. It can continue only if it is felt as real. It is stopped if it is felt unreal. And once dreaming stops in you, you are a different person. The old man is no more. The sleepy man is no more. The human being which you were is no more. For the first time you become aware. For the first time in the whole, you realize that the whole world is asleep, only you are awake. You become awakened. You become Buddha. With this awakening, there is no misery. After this awakening, there is no death. Through this awakening, there is no more fear. You become for the first time free of everything. To be free of sleep, to be free of dreaming, is to be free of everything. You attain boredom, hate, anger, greed disappears. You become just embodiment of love. Not loving, you become just love. Only this much for this. There are more questions, more explanations. There are 7 different techniques through which one can transcend beyond the dreams. But I have given only 2 as an important that you can practice. Only this much for this morning. Until we come back again, take care and do have a pleasant day.